Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for Love Match Atlanta. Is it just me or does it seem like this show has been on forever? Like, I'm ready for the finale, honey. Come on, because y'all ain't matching nobody. Y'all just sitting around doing absolutely nothing. I mean, it ain't giving the zhuzh it should be giving, child. I'm going to need them to come on and get with it because no matches are being made. We're not seeing very many dates. And I'm getting sick of seeing Joseph in Paris. And child, let's get into it. When the episode first opens up, we're at Ming's birthday party and it's about to start and she's getting glam. And baby, these shows love to throw something together in Atlanta, don't they? So her husband mysteriously doesn't feel well the day of her party, so he will not be in attendance. And she was like, well, I've sacrificed a lot and soon my husband is going to appreciate and support me. Sure he will. Downstairs, Joseph and Paris, they arrive. Then the matchmaking duo, baby. Lamont shows up with his boo, honey. Chest out, honey. Got on a mesh top underneath his blazer. I said, okay, get into it. Ming is nowhere to be found. So the other matchmakers are scouting potential clients because this is a mixer / birthday party. And this looked like the same thing Joseph threw together. Honey, you just slapped birthday on top of it, if we being real. Y'all know what? Lamont's boo is giving Anthony Hamilton. When I first saw them come in together, I was like, Anthony, is that you? But child, it's not. But those are the vibes that he's giving. So then the duo comes over to speak to Joseph and Paris. But honey, Paris is not feeling Kelly in her bat lashes. Paris is childish. She is so childish. And she rude as hell. Ma'am, if someone speaks to you, speak back. Moving forward. So Ming is getting ready. And so then she emerges, honey. She comes out. I'm not sure how I feel about her outfit. I mean, it's cute, but I just don't think it suits her. I don't know. It was just, it was doing something to me. But honey, she happy, so that's all that matters. Her mom is there also, and her name is Gail. So Miss Gail is her adoptive mother because both of her parents are deceased. So she stepped in. I love that. She said that Miss Gail was a client of hers when she was in the beauty industry. Well, I mean, they do say some family is chosen. Back downstairs, Lamont drops a bomb that Shay was not invited because Ming doesn't feel like she's her caliber of woman. Ming a little judgy something. Girl, you don't even know this lady. But they do say you have one chance to make a first impression. But girl, stop judging this lady. Lamont feels like Ming is threatened by Shay, so she put the whole argument just on Shay when it was Paris and Joseph as well. And I agree with that. Now, I don't know about the threatening part, but why is it that Shay is being blamed for the entire thing? It was an argument, a verbal argument, and it really wasn't all that. Moving forward. Paris was the one that was being extra AF. And quiet as it's kept, if Shay went to Joseph's event, then she's been to this one as well, honey, because it ain't nothing different. So Ming finally emerges, and Lamont is over there in the corner, honey, being messy, texting Shay. So I'm like, girl, I wish you were here. Where are you? Lamont, leave Shay at the house. So in Shay's confessional, she's like, it's not a good look to be excluded from another matchmaker's event. I mean, it's bad for business, and I'm being excluded from that. Girl, throw your own mixer. Why are you relying on being invited to this made-for-TV birthday party? Listen, I don't go nowhere I'm not invited. I don't go anywhere where I'm an afterthought. If you invite me because I mentioned something and you've already invited everyone else, I ain't coming. If you don't invite me at all, I ain't coming. If a third party happens to mention that they're on their way to your event and I should come with them, I ain't coming. Child, please. Moving forward. Joe and Paris are working the room, honey, and people are asking them, are you guys married? Joseph, him and Han, honey, because he know dang on well they not. Lamont still not letting up on Ming. He's like, where's your husband? I want to meet him. She's like, he's sick. He ate something bad today for lunch, so he's not going to be able to make it. Lamont's so fake, talking about, oh, that's horrible. No, this lie is horrible, honey. Ming, you know dang on well that your husband did not get afternoon food poisoning. He does not want to be seen on this show for whatever reason, and it's some cracks in the foundation, and you ain't fooling me. Joseph was like, I don't care what was going on with me. If I'm sick or not, I'm coming to my baby's birthday party. I know that's right, but honey, he know this ain't nothing but a singles mixer. So just then, child, Shay comes barging in, twirling, talking about, hey, y'all. Hey, ma'am, you were not invited. Okay, so you said it's bad to not be invited, but you don't think it's bad to crash a party causing a scene? And baby then came dressed in a yellow dress. I said, girl, my goodness. Baby, Shay something else. So Ming felt like she could have been classier. So the duo is like, look, I'm here for her crashing the party. Let's get into it if we gonna get into it. But as your matchmaker, it's not a good look. And it's not. And wait a minute. As they're doing all that, I look over at the corner of my peripheral and whatnot as I walk out the room, child, because it was giving nothing at this moment. And y'all, why is Apollo Nida in this mixer? I see Bravo shows always recycling Atlanta people, honey, and placing them ever so. He's not with Shireen anymore. I didn't know they broke up. Apollo, let me find out. Apollo, go away from me with this. What are you doing over here on Love Match Atlanta? Child, anything to get back on TV. Okay. So Shay shows up and doesn't even greet Ming first. Ma'am, if you're going to crash a party, at least go straight to the birthday girl. Hey, girl, I realized that my invite got lost, but I'm here to celebrate you, and here's your gift. Like, do something, honey. She came in hugging Lamont, talking, shooting the breeze. Ma'am, you've made a scene. Okay, you coming in this big yellow dress and not even addressing the lady whose party it is. Girl, she showed up because she said she wanted to be seen in a better light. So she spoke to Joseph and Paris, honey. Of course, Joseph acting brand new because Paris is around. I hope she left that sage at home, honey, because I don't want to see that sage. So Ming pulls her to the side so they can talk. And she's like, I didn't invite you to the party because you like to fight. Shay was like, what? I've never fought in my life. We didn't even fight. We were arguing. She's like, well, you look like you knew what you were doing. Say what now? And how did your good sis Paris look? Since Shay looked like she knew what she was doing. I would have politely walked away because, honey, ain't no way I would be trying to prove myself to the likes of Ming. Child, please. I don't like how Ming is trying to make this lady seem like a street fighter or something. Ma'am, they had a verbal sparring, and it wasn't even that. It was maybe 2 seconds of something, and then it was over. What is wrong with you? Moving forward. So Shay was like, I just feel like I'm being misunderstood. So then Lamont sees the two of them, and it seems like there's a little bit of a heated exchange, but it's not. He comes over to make sure that things are good, and Shay is like, yeah, we're good, but I just feel like I'm being judged. Ming was like, well, I'm not judging you. Girl, you are absolutely judging her. You just said she looked like she knew how to fight. What does a person who looks like they know how to fight look? Because let me tell you something. People will underestimate your hands in a minute. Girl, anyway, to me, this whole ordeal is just embarrassing because I feel like it's like Shay is begging to be in with the in crowd, and I just cannot. I cannot. In the next scene, it's the next day, and Ming and her recruiter are talking about Shay twirling in her yellow dress, honey, giving Kenya more realness. And Ming says Shay wants to do lunch with her, and she's down with that as long as she does not wear that yellow dress. Ming, shut it. Moving forward. So then they pan over to Joe in Paris, and they're checking in with Kiana. She's 36, she's a comedian, and she is looking for love. Okay. Shows. Okay, because I don't want to just say Bravo, because it's all y'all. It's OWN. It's a lot of you shows. Why are y'all giving numbers that don't match an appearance? 36. Okay. So she tells them that she wants a confident man. He can be cocky. She's all for that. He doesn't have to be a looker. Okay, because she wants to be the only pretty one. I mean, he can halfway look solid. I guess he can be medium ugly. Y'all remember when I can't remember what her name is, from Ready to Love, says she likes men that are medium ugly. Child, I guess that's what she's going for over here. So they show her potential match, and his name is Tavares. He's 6 feet tall, he's 40 years old, and he's an entrepreneur. When people say they're an entrepreneur, what does that mean? Are you making throwaway t-shirts, or what is the entrepreneur in you? Because I feel like now everybody throws that title onto themselves. I'm an entrepreneur. What do you sell? Dreams, honey, because that's what half of these men are selling. Moving forward. So Joseph was like, yeah, we found him in our private database. Child, let me find out y'all be spying on people on that app. See, that's why I can't do these dating apps. That's exactly why, honey. It's an invasion of privacy. Talking about some private database. So Shay, in her confessional, she was like, most people on apps, they just swipe left and they swipe right based on attraction. And that's not all that's needed. It's not. So, of course, Kiana saw Tavares and she was like, yeah, I want to meet him. Child, she heard tall and she was all in. Back over on the other side, one half of the duo, Kelly, she's at home cooking for her boo, Chris. And I must say they make a handsome couple. They were talking a little bit about him moving to Atlanta or her moving to Detroit. But And that was about it for that scene. In the next scene, the duo is together again and they're meeting with Shay. You know what the duo gives me? It gives me Marie and her best friend from Bell Collective. That's I was trying to like pinpoint where I've seen this dynamic. And if you've never watched the Bell Collective, it's a Carlos King original, child. And it came on last year and it was on OWN. It should be coming back for season 2 because I want to see what I was doing. But it's set in Mississippi. And, you know, they were just trying to get a girl some zhuzh down in M-I, crooked letter I, crooked letter I, humpback I. Anywho, that's who she reminds me of. She reminds me of Marie and her best friend, Kelly and Tanner. So anyway, they're talking, and so they're meeting with Shay. So they were asking her, like, girl, what went on at Ming's party? Like, why did you just crash this party like that? And she said Ming thought that she was going to fight. And they were like, why would she think you were going to fight? And she was like, girl, because, you know, we had that argument, me and Paris or whatever. But I'm like, girl, I am not a fighter. So why would you think I would fight? So Tanner was like, I feel like that excuse that Ming gave was some BS. It is some BS. She does not like Shay for whatever reason. And she decided to side with Paris. And that's just that on that. So they're showing her some potential matches. And they found one. His name is Mark. He's been divorced for 2 years. And, you know, Shay was just saying she's nervous, wondering if he's going to like her. When he finds out she has a 2-year-old, what is that going to look like? So then she starts getting really emotional. And she says she can't even begin to explain the hurt that she faced with her ex. And when I say I can relate on another level, you feel almost like a paralyzing fear of repeating that same mistake. Like you want to move forward, but it's like your feet are planted firmly in that spot because you're so afraid of feeling that same kind of hurt. Girl, I've been there. Baby, we can have a whole review on hurt, okay? A whole review on relationships. We can have a whole live all about it. Because when I tell y'all I done been through some things, honey, I don't know about dating right now, though, especially with my son being so young. I mean, it's kind of hard to find a balance. So I just don't know. So then they tell her that she deserves to be happy. They believe in her and, you know, everything's going to be fine. In the next scene, Joe and Paris are meeting with Kiana to see what happened on her date. Nothing. So they show Tavares and they show her and they're out on their date and whatnot. And she's like, wait a minute, I need to know who picked him. So they're like, you know what? We're a team. So Joseph asked if there was any chemistry. She was like, no, there was not. Tavares was on a date by himself. So they show him talking about, yeah, I'm fly. And I'm going to need somebody to match my fly. So then he goes on and on and on. It's the song that never ends. He giving real lamb chops play along, honey. He did not ask her one question about her. Like, where they do that at? So Kiana was like, he doesn't know anything about me. So Joseph said, well, it's a first date and most first dates don't, you know, get a second date. But at least you know what you want and what you don't want. So then he gets in the confessional and puts it off on Paris, talking about, yeah, that was Paris's pick. Joseph can't be true. Okay, so if it was a good date, then it would have been your pick or y'all's pick as a team. But since it was terrible, it was Paris. Paris, you better watch out, child. So Paris in her confessional, she's like, yeah, you know, the algorithm. Ma'am, let's leave the algorithm to YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Child, I don't want my dating life to have to do with an algorithm. This is just really getting crazy. So they show her a few other different men and she chooses a second date. Child, good looking, Godspeed. But y'all know what I was wondering? I wonder what their rates are. Because I don't remember. Comment down below if you know what their rates are. So in the next scene, Ming and her daughter, they're going driving. And her daughter's name is Caitlin. And she wanted to hop in the Maserati. Honey, Ming was like, no ma'am. Okay, you barely know how to drive. You will get in this Toyota Camry and you will like it. Okay? So she's teaching her how to drive. And as I was watching this scene, child, I was filled with so much anxiety, honey. Oh, she was hitting them brakes and Ming was moving the steering wheel when she wasn't supposed to move the steering wheel. And it was just, oh, honey, there is no way that I can teach my son how to drive. My nerves too bad. Absolutely not, honey. I am sending him on the first thing smoking to a driving school. And I will pray for his safe return. In the next scene, Shay is getting ready for her date. And her mom is coming over to get her daughter, Ava. And all I can say is this. I hope Shay gonna get that frizz together before this date. Shay, flat iron that hair, girl. Or switch your wigs out or something. Like, I really want you to put your best foot forward going on this first date. Oh, child. So while she's getting ready for the date, Tana calls in and she's giving her some words of affirmation. You know, you is kind, you is smart, you is important. You are the date. You're gonna be all right, child. So she tells us that she wants a man in her daughter's life to be her father figure. I hear you. This is just me, okay? This is my opinion. I always get leery of that because you want to make sure it's right before involving your children. Like, it's okay to find your person. I personally would be a little bit hesitant because the baby is so young and I wouldn't want to introduce just any old man. I don't know, child. I just don't know. I do hope this day goes well for her, though, because I can tell she really wants a significant other in her life. So I do hope that it goes well. Back over with Joe and Paris, they go to visit her parents, and Joe goes in to talk to Paris's dad while she's helping her mom cook in the kitchen. I was like, oh, look at this. So picture perfect. So as he's in there with her dad, they have a little bit of banter about how his business is going. And in his confessional, Joseph said Paris's dad is like his own because he's never had that. He said he cried many nights. I really hate that there are so many without fathers in their lives. My parents have been married for 40 years, actually 42. And it's a great example for me. And I remember feeling like a failure after the second marriage. I'm like, okay, I saw the example, but something is just not right. I don't know what's happening. And I wanted that for my son, but unfortunately, he doesn't have that. And that kind of makes me sad, but at the same time, I'm happy that, he has a relationship with my dad. It's not the same, but at least it's a male figure. And I'm happy that Joseph has Paris's dad as, someone that he could relate to and talk to. I appreciate that. So as they're talking, he asked for permission to marry Paris. And so the daddy was like, well, the first man that asked me that, I was like, no, because I didn't think he was strong enough. But he did, in fact, give Joseph his blessing in the end. Back over with Shay, she shows up for her date with Mark. Okay, Mark is a handsome guy. And Shay thinks Mark is a very good looking man. And he said he did a little research on Shay before their date. Honey, I know that's right. Listen to me. I have a very good friend that works for the police department and one friend that works for a law firm. And they run a quick check. Okay? A real quick one. After my ex, baby, that taught me a lesson. You will get your fingerprints tested. You will bring me an STD report. Honey, as a matter of fact, I might need to go to the doctor with you. And we are going to run your plates and everything about you because I will not pick up another crazy. Child, I just can't do it, honey. So they shared a little banter, and it seems like they hit it off, and he asked her for her number, and that was the end of the date and the end of the episode. Child, y'all comment down below and tell me exactly what you thought about this episode. Come on, Love Match Atlanta. I'm really trying hard not to give up on you. But I want to see more matches. Like, I want to see you guys matching people. I don't know. I just thought it was going to be something different. But anywho, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.